Are you recording? 22 times 10, carrot top 23. That's Avogadro's number. That tells me how many atoms or molecules are in 1 mole of something. Sometimes I might want to divide by 6.022 times 10, carrot top 23. In my mind, what should that answer be? If I divide Avogadro's number by Avogadro's number, what number should I get? I should get 1, right? So we all see that I put it in as is, and I hit enter, and I'm saying there's 1 and 46 zeros behind it. Because my calculator is not as smart as I am. I see 1 function, 2 functions. But my calculator sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different functions happening at the same time. How do I tell my calculator 6.022 times 10 to the 23 divided by 6.022 times 10 to the 23? Now my calculator sees only 1 function. Power of 10 is very common in math. So it's so common that we've actually just put a button in for our calculator so we could just type in whatever that power is. How I do that is I'm going to hit the yellow second button, and then I will hit the comma button above the 7. So if I type in 1.8 times 10 carrot top 5, I get 180,000. Or I type in my calculator 1.8 second E 5, and it's the same thing. I have a button to tell my calculator that I need a power of 10. It works both on the positive side, and also if I have 5 times 10 carrot negative 5, I get 5E5. Well, let me just 5 times 10 carrot negative 3. There we go. 5 times 10 carrot negative 3, I'll get 0.005. If I do 5 second E negative 3, I get the exact same number. I tell my calculator it's 1 function. It's one number by using second EE. So let's take a look at this question right here. Now, if I can type it in, 1.8 times 10 carrot top 5, close parentheses, 3.6 times 10 carrot top 2, I get this super long number. Or I do 1.8 second E 5 times 3.6 second E 2, I get the same number. The E button represents my times 10 to a number. So I can make my life a lot easier when I'm doing math with scientific notation. Now be careful, because in this situation, I need to round my final answer. How many sig figs will my final answer have for number 17 here? 1.8 times 10 to the power 5, or 3.6 times 10 to the power 2? How many sig figs will my final answer have? It needs 2, right? So in this situation, it's a lot easier to write it in scientific notation. So if I draw my rounding line between my 4 and my 8, is my 8 big enough to push my 4 to a 5?
Yes.
Okay. 6.5 times 10. How many times do I move my decimal place over? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Times 5 to the 7. If I were to do number 20, if I don't use parentheses in order to use the times 10 to the caret situation, I'm going to get the wrong answer. 4 times 10 caret 12 divided by 2 times 10 caret 3. I'm going to get some wild, crazy number. But 4 shift E 12 divided by 2 shift E 3, I get the correct answer. How many sig figs will my final answer have? 1, right? 4 is just 1. 2 is just 1. So my final answer would be 2 times 10. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Times 10 to the power of 9. To gear you up for the quiz that you're going to take, functions is a big thing. As our operations are a big thing, and it's fairly new to us. You have your homework here. Scientific figures worksheet. Practice is the first part. For each of the following numbers, use the rules we learned in class of those listed above to circle the sig figs and write the number of sig figs. Boom. Second part, for each of the following ones, you're going to circle the sig figs. You're going to circle the furthest sig fig. On the back, you're doing your calculations. Sometimes it's with standard notation, other times it's with scientific notation. You're going to bring me both sides next time, front and back. Okay? 1 page, 2 page. That's what you're bringing to me next time. Follow the steps on your paper. As a practice for your operations. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you right now, operations are on the quiz that you're going to take on Tuesday. If you were looking at me like I was absolutely crazy, when I was asking you to add, subtract things and round to the appropriate sig fig, you need to come better prepared. Next time, we're going to start the class off talking about start of dimensional analysis and give you the SI units that you are going to have to memorize. There are 8 of them. You're going to need to know, we'll talk about that. Tuesday, we'll start talking about dimensional analysis, so we'll go through a couple of non-mathematic ones. So, like, I want to figure out how many seconds are in a day. Things that you probably have already done before. There's a certain way I want you to do things here. Thursday, we get into metric dimensional analysis. 1-step equations, multi-step equations, then fractional equations. These are the things that we're going to. So if I have something that's like miles per hour, and I want to convert that to kilometers per second, these are things that we're going to be wrapping up Thursday with.